Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's do it. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Get up, 180. On the yard.
They'll run on first down. It's Crawford. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 27, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
180. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on second and 14. Trubisky. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 22. Now movement already. So a flag down here on our very first play. The full start backs him up 5, first and 15. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's second and 9. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
At the 39-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Johnson. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Good on! 50X to Mike. 50X to Mike.
3rd and 2, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
32.
Now it's Stafford. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. It'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 27, Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
He's coming. No chance.
On first down, Crawford. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky underneath to the tight end Burton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Complete to Trey Burton. 5 yards on the play.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Trubisky now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And an alley to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Hey. Double time.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down, It's Crawford. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Come on. 180. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Lock in. Lock in.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put him to good use on that one.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before. He takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
Set. 250.
For the Lions, first down.
Stafford on first down. He'll get this one to Golladay. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready. 280.
First and goal.
36. 70! What do you have? What do you have? 45 the mic. You ain't going nowhere. What do you have?
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
21. Hey, Foxtrot.
56. Mike's 56. Oh, yeah.
Now Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Now for the point after. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Trubisky over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back in pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Trubisky. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Johnson was the intended receiver. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got Walters. Big catch. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go to Johnson again. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Stafford on 3rd down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On first down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now Stafford. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Omaha, ready to move.
45. Mike, 45.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Stafford. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
45's the mark.
From the gun, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
And I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Crawford. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd down, Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Touchdown defense. He's coming. He's coming.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Sponge. Omaha, ready to move. Watch out. Hurry.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Let's get it. 40's mine.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Trubisky now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Let's go, D.
Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick six. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on second and long. Trubisky and an alley to run. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Here's Trubisky. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Trubisky to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Johnson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready. Yellow 20.